Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are healthy. May Allah keep all of us safe and healthy. It's 6 week in which you have to read headers and footers. This is an important feature of formatting in which you can show some additional information to the document that interlinks the whole document. Let's discuss this week's course. You have to read textbook pages from 40 till 44. Now what is the content which we have to discuss? Study the structure of the each of the page as in the MS Word document, and I hope you all have done your previous assignments in MS Word, so there is no problem with formatting styles. Let's discuss some previous knowledge questions. What animation can we type in headers and footers? What information? Okay, now according to the definition which we will discuss in next slides, you have to categorize, or you have to you have to separate them according to the definition that this particular information relate to the header and this particular information relate to the footer, and after that you can put that information in the header and footer. Why do we type this information in headers and footers and not the body of the page? We type some information related to the text. For example, if we want to repeat the title of the document on each of the page which is not the part of the text, then we can use header, and it is an important part because if you are having loose sheets which you didn't have assembled right now into the form of a file or a booklet, then if the heading or if the title of the document is not written on the pages, then how you can identify that this particular page belongs to which assignment or which document? So that's why the headers and footers are really important. Then mention some of the example. When we want to start a new page, we shouldn't press enter multiple times. When we want to start a new page, definitely we press enter multiple times, which is not right. We have to just put insert page break instead of pressing the enter multiple times. When we type a specific area, we shouldn't press space multiple time. Definitely we shouldn't press space multiple time because it will disturb your formatting of the document. Between two words there should only one space. Yes, there should be one letter space in each of the word of the document. It is a standard format. Then in the end we have to discuss different non-printable special characters and why we use these characters in the document. After that in the end you have to practice hands-on activity which is given on the page number 44 of your textbook. Now let's start with the practical implementation of the document. First of all, we will discuss the definition of header and footer. First of all, the header. A page header is one or more lines that appear at the top of the each page. Usually it shows some information that relates to the entire document, for example the title of the document. Now what is footer? A page footer is the text that appears at the bottom of the each page. Like the header, it may also show some information that relates to the entire document, for example page numbers and date and time. Now coming towards the Microsoft Word document, where you can practically implement these headers and footer. A document look professional and polished by utilizing the header and footer sections. The header is a section of the document that appears in the top margin, while the footer is a section of the document that appears in the bottom margin. Headers and footers generally contain the information such as the page number, date, and document name. Yes, we previously discussed this in the definition. Now the steps how you can insert header and footer to the document. Select the insert tab. Click either the header or footer. First of all you will insert header, then you will insert footer. You can't add both simultaneously. Okay, a drop down menu will appear. From the drop down menu, select blank to the insert a blank header or footer, or choose one of the built-in option. Definitely we will use blank header or footer. We will type information related to our document. Fourth step, the design tab will appear on the ribbon and the header and the footer will appear in the document. Type the desired information in the header or footer. When you are finished, click close header and footer in the design tab or hit the escape key and definitely it will save. After you close the header and footer, it will still be visible but it will be locked. To edit it again, just double click anywhere on the header or the footer and it will become unlocked. Then adding page numbers, you can add page numbers either in the header or the footer. It's not compulsory that you should add in the footer. You have seen your textbook pages number mentioned in the bottom of the page. Word can automatically label each of the page with a page number and place it in a header or footer or side margin. You can add page numbers to an existing header or a footer, or you can insert page numbers to a new header or footer. To add page numbers to an existing header or footer, first of all, select the header or the footer by double clicking it. The design tab will appear. Place the insertion point, that means you have to click on that point where you want to add. Then you can place it anywhere except inside a content control field. It means you can place anywhere in the specified area where you want to put header or footer, either on the left side or the right side or in the center. From the design tab, select the page number command, click current position and then select the desired style. The page number will be appear in the document and you can see in the document all of the options are given there. Now to insert the date or time into the header or footer, very important part of the document. Double click anywhere on the header or footer to unlock it. The design tab will appear. From the design tab, click date and time command. You can look at the picture given on the screen. Then select date format in the dialog box that appears. After that, place a check mark in the update automatically box if you would like it to always reflect the current date. Otherwise, it will not change when the document is opened at the later date. Click OK. The date and time now appears in the document. After that, very important topic of the chapter, that is show hide characters or non-printable characters. First of all, we will discuss what are these characters and why we use them. Non-printing characters are used to display formatting information within a document but do not appear when the document is printed or exported. Non-printing characters can be edited directly to adjust your document formatting as needed. Understanding non-printable characters can be useful for solving formatting issues that may occur when you have copied and pasted information from another source into a document. Showing non-printing characters. Now what are these characters and how you can show in your document, as we are saying that these are non-printable. Obviously they will not shown in the printed document format, but if you are going through the soft copy, you can easily see them. By default, non-printing characters are hidden. To view these characters, go to the edit tab and click the show button. To toggle back to the default view, click the hide button once more and the characters will once more be hidden, and you can see this purple box character. Mainly you have seen in Microsoft Word document when the paragraph is starting, it is starting or ending, you can see this character will be displayed at each line at the ending point. Non-printing characters type. There are 6 type of non-printing characters shown in detail. First of all, space. A space character is created when you hit the space bar while typing. It is represented as a non-printed character by a small dot. Non-breaking space. A non-breaking space character is created for the text that you don't want separated, such as in the example above, when you may not want the month and the date separate into different lines and become potentially confusing to the header. It is represented by a large dot and you may see it in the HTML codes or some other computer codes. Tab key. When you hit the tab key and create tabs in your document, a non-printing character is created that looks like an arrow, which fills the gap between the tabbed areas. Then new line, when you hit the return key on your keyboard and want to create a new line in a document, it creates a non-printing character that is known as new line or a carriage return. It is represented by the symbol above, which is known as paragraph pick row. Keep with next, if you set an area of text in the paragraph properties to keep with next, it will create a non-printing character to represent the area that looks like a small bracket in the margin between the two text areas. Keep lines together, you can also set an area in the paragraph properties to keep lines together so that an area will stay together during section or the page breaks. The non-printing characters for this is larger bracket in the margins depicting the whole area that will stay together in a document. I think first three are the non-printable characters which we are using in documents. Others are for your more professional document, when you want to publish your assignment or a booklet, then you can use them. Otherwise first three are enough for your practice at home assignment. After that, look at the picture. Here are some of the example that are given related to the non-printable character: tab character, spaces, paragraph marks, hidden text, optional hyphens, object enters anchors, and then show all formatting marks. After that, after completing the reading of your task, you have to perform hands-on activity. Now your hands-on activity is very important. You have to type a document given on the screen. You have to follow all the steps given in your textbook to complete this hands-on activity, and you have to make the document as it is given in the picture. You have to give the heading tigers light grayish background and a border around the heading. Then you have to type 3 lines. Then you have to again type a heading. Then again 2 lines paragraph, and after that you have to make two separate text boxes in which you have to give bulleted information. After completing your assignment in MS Word, you can directly upload it on the AIS and we will check them. Thanks for your cooperation. I hope you will complete your assignments.